Affair. An affair is an event or a thing that happened.
My wife and I attended a formal affair over the weekend.
Assembly. An assembly is a group that is together for the same reason.
The students had an assembly to talk about their interests.
Bless. To bless is to ask God for protection or help.
The angel blessed the newborn baby to keep it safe.
Cereal. Cereal is a food that you mix with milk and eat for breakfast.
Cereal is a fast and common breakfast food enjoyed in the U.S.
Cheerful. If someone is cheerful, they are happy or feel good.
The children were cheerful because they didn't have to go to school.
Diameter. The diameter of a round thing is the length across its center.
The diameter of the tree was about 22 centimeters.
Exploit. To exploit something is to use it for greedy reasons rather than good reasons.
The company exploits their workers and makes them stay 12 hours a day.
Famine. A famine is a long time with little or no food.
The farmers couldn't grow any food on the dry soil, so there was a famine.
Harvest. A harvest is the act of collecting food from farming.
They had a lot of wheat from the last harvest.
Merry. If someone is merry, they are very happy.
They felt merry because the weather was great.
Nut. A nut is a hard seed or fruit that comes from some trees and bushes.
To eat a nut, first you have to crack its shell.
Pardon. To pardon is a way to ask someone to repeat what was said before.
Pardon me, teacher, but could you repeat what you just said?
Pharaoh. A pharaoh was a king in ancient Egypt.
The pharaohs ruled Egypt for thousands of years.
Ripe. When a fruit is ripe, it is ready to be eaten.
The cherries were nice and ripe.
Roast. To roast something is to cook it in an oven or over a fire.
Mom roasted a turkey for the holiday dinner.
Routine. A routine is a way of doing things that is the same every time.
My father's daily routine includes shaving right before breakfast.
Scheme. A scheme is a plan or design.
Mickey and Minnie came up with a scheme to solve the problem.
Slim. If something or someone is slim, they are thin.
Look at my new cell phone. It's very slim.
Stove. A stove is a device used to cook food.
Our new stove helps us to cook food much faster than before.
Theft. A theft is a criminal act that involves someone stealing something.
The theft of his TV took place when he was at work.
Why monkey has no home? For 5 years there was a famine. The farmers asked people to bless them, and finally they had a good harvest. Since there was now plenty of food, the pharaoh decided to have a party. The party was a happy affair. For 5 days they had a huge feast. Monkey was very happy. Because of the famine, he was very slim. He wanted to eat a lot of food. When he arrived at the feast, hundreds of long tables were filled with food. There were nuts, bowls of cereal, and ripe fruit. He could also smell hot roasted meat cooking on the stove. The assembly of animals was merry. However, during the feast, Monkey thought of a scheme to exploit the Pharaoh's kindness. He decided to steal some of the food and then eat it at home. All the animals were cheerful. They didn't notice that Monkey was hiding food. After the feast, Monkey took the food to his house and ate it. He repeated this routine every day for 4 days. But on the 5th day, the Pharaoh had a surprise. He was going to give all the animals a home. Monkey was very excited, but when he arrived at the Pharaoh's home, he could not get through the door. The diameter of his waist was wider than the doorway. He was too fat. Monkey asked the Pharaoh to forgive him for his theft, but the Pharaoh said no. "Pardon?" asked the monkey. He didn't understand why the Pharaoh was being unkind. "Everybody else will have a home now, but not you. Now you know that greed gets you nothing," explained the Pharaoh.